Boys and girls, ladies and men, smokers and non-smokers, welcome back.
Dogs and cats. Welcome back to another episode of the Three Amigos podcast, recorded today, April 20th, 2023, the day of clear minds and clear eyes. I hope you boys are doing well. We are in the midst of a very exciting NBA playoff. And so I'd say let's just stomp this topic right on its chest and go right into it. Draymond Green, did he deserve to be suspended? What do you guys think?
That was such a good opener. And okay, so first off, I hate him, and I think he's a baby back bitch, and he shouldn't have done that to begin with. But like, if you go back, they do like talk about how Sabonis was like holding his ankle all weird. So like
Mm-hmm.
maybe yeah, a little bit, but shouldn't he got punished? I don't know, but yeah, I think he should have. He's a little bitch, anyways. I like when he cries.
Yeah, I'm not a big Draymond fan. Not a big Draymond fan at all. However, yeah, when you watch this, like the dude definitely was grabbing at his ankle, holding him there. Did he need to do what he did? Probably not. Did he deserve the 1 game suspension? I saw a lot of people saying no. A lot of basketball players, talking heads on TV saying he didn't deserve it. But it's kind of I look at it as he's a repeat offender with a lot
Oh,
of bullshit. So even though this guy was definitely grabbing at his ankle, the fact that he stomped on his chest that hard, it's like, all right, yeah, and it's only 1 game. That's pretty
yeah.
reasonable. No,
Oh,
I could see if I'm a Warriors fan, I'm fucking pissed.
oh yeah. But you should be. Your player's dumb, and he is a repeat offender. You said that like so great. Like if it was like his first time, oh, it's an accident. Motherfucker, you do this all the time. This is not something we're used to.
I
If
agree.
he better. It's like no chick. If he would kick somebody in the balls this playoff series, he'd get suspended a game because he's had or get in a fight. Remember how many fights he's gotten into each playoff series? He punches somebody in the face. I feel like
Sometimes it's his own teammate.
110%. He pulled a Rudy Gobert out there.
Now, I don't know about you, but going into this series, I just assumed the Warriors, even though the Kings were hot. I was like, you know what, the Warriors are going to take care of business. Now I'm sitting here thinking, I think the Kings actually get out the first round right now.
100%. I told you this. I
Yep.
told you they were looking good. They have really good stats. They have good players, and they match up really well. Golden State's not like they're healthy, but they're not at their truest form. Like they're not peak form what they used to be. And Sacramento looks a lot more hot.
Yeah, I agree.
Told you, dude. The Kings beam me up, baby. Beam me up, Scotty. That's what all the thing. I don't even. What is the beam? What the fuck is the beam?
Do you know what Beam Me Up Scotty is?
Yeah, it's from Star Trek, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not dumb. I watch nerd shows. I'm just kidding. But in all sense, actually, I only know that because I watch Big Bang Theory. To be really
Oh, so you watch a different nerd show to learn
about,
about other nerd shows.
yeah,
I
it
got it.
gets some good references.
Yeah, it's good.
But I don't understand why the Kings are like beam, like the beam.
I don't either. Is this
Nick,
something with the city, with Sacramento?
Big Jam, can you just do a little research for us and
The
see
beam.
why the beam? Look at his face.
It's kind of cool.
It is kind of weird, but so you're on
McJam
the
is in the clouds right now.
is the Kings are the Kings more what you expected now? Do you think they're better than what you sought them out to be?
They're definitely better than what I sought them out to be. I kind of assumed that come playoff time, the lights would be a little too bright, stakes would be a little too high. Um, but they're getting after it. They're hungry and they want it. And so I respect them because they're playing like a team that wants it more than the Warriors, quite honestly.
And the team that they'll play next is Memphis versus the Lakers. And so those ones would be interesting because they'll just go right into one of those. And do you think they'll have a tougher time playing one of those teams than they do the Golden State right now?
Yes. I think both the Lakers and the Grizzlies look hungrier than the Warriors do. Um,
Hmm.
so I see no matter what the next level being a tougher challenge, but this is proving to me that they could definitely get through it.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. McJam was a little delayed here, but the Sacramento Kings have taken to lighting up 4 purple lasers on top of Golden One Center's grand entrance to create a beam that brightens the city skyline each time the team scores a victory.
Wow. What a new innovative idea that's never been done before. It's beautiful. The beam.
Why you gotta hate on them like that? It's
I don't
disrespectful.
know. I'm just a dick.
Sacramento, they already have it hard.
I know. I understand.
Um,
I have a little disdain, just a little disdain for the Kings because the very first Pistons game I went to as a kid was against the Kings when they had Chris Webber and we lost. So
you just
fuck
hate them
them.
from now on.
I don't hate them, but you know.
So you gotta hate most sports teams being a Detroit fan. I can only
Hey,
imagine.
you know what? Are we really going to get into it this early, Justin?
Oh, we always can. It's the best.
Well, speaking of getting into it, you know as well as I do, we all have these different topics that can spark arguments on this podcast. And the one that always sparks one between me and you is the name LeBron James. But actually, I'm going to defend him a little bit.
Ooh.
Because the only person in the NBA right now that annoys me more than LeBron James is a man that goes by the name of Dylan Brooks.
I hate him so much.
This dude stays talking and then does fucking mid shit on the court. And he acts like he's a superstar. It drives me crazy. It's one thing if you're like actually a stud, actually a superstar, and you want to be that kind of like heel personality, that kind of bad guy role, but you're backing it up. No, this guy is like so fucking average. He's on a hot team, but he ain't the reason they're hot.
No.
But you would fucking think so based on the way he's talking.
Dude, he gets so much public attention too. You would think they're one of their best. Like
Yeah.
how much people talk about him. He's nobody. What he said about LeBron was kind of funny.
What about him being old?
Yeah, old and not like that. He's like out of his like thing. Like he's not the same person. Like he thinks he is not the same person.
He basically well, of course. Who's going to be the same person they were playing that kind of a game at 40 versus I mean, he's been in the league since he was 18, straight out of high school. Of course he's not the same fucking dude. But he challenged him. He basically said, you know, I'm not paying attention to anyone until they drop 40. First of all, has Dylan Brooks ever fucking dropped 40 in a game? Ever? Ever?
Want to know? Let's talk shit.
So is he not even paying attention to himself?
BJ, I have 2 requests for you. Can you look up, has he ever had a 40-point game? And can you look up what his averages have been this year in points, rebounds, things like that? I would love to know this mid.
Well, I know the game that he just said that about, which was game 2. I think he was what? 5 for 15, 6 for 15, something like, dude, you fucking are not good enough to be talking like this.
Oh no,
he drained that clutch 3 and that's it.
Hey, sometimes it's one play, right?
I guess.
Dylan Brooks' career high is 37.
Oh, see, he hasn't even hit 40.
Oh my god. And he went 5 for 14 with 12 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. You literally did piss all, and he had 5 fouls.
Yeah,
literally, this is what he does.
In 2-3 years, will he even be a part of the league?
I don't know. I just hate people, whatever. You can love that, but I hate that. So this is his regular season stats. He played average of 30 minutes, which is pretty good. He was only 40% on basically his field goals, and his points per game were 14.3. He had 3.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists. Boo-boo, garbage. You think you're elite, boy, you get all this.
And yeah, he's talking about LeBron.
He talks shit like he's like James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, KD, fuck, John Morant.
Yeah.
He literally is barely better than Austin Reeves.
And I wouldn't even say that he's better than Austin Reeves, the way Austin Reeves is trending.
Austin Reeves actually has more points per game. Oh, for the regular season? No. Almost though. He has 13.
I think Austin Reeves is on the trajectory to pass him though.
He actually has better stats. Essentially, he has more assists and 1 point less of a difference. That's it.
Yeah.
And he's talking
running his mouth.
I hate it, bro. I hate him so much. But that series has been tough. There, who? Okay, it doesn't matter if the Sacramento Kings are going to play Memphis. If say the Memphis takes it, Memphis is such an aggressive team. This is one thing I love about playoff basketball. It's more it's tough.
Mhm.
And bro, people are fucking each other up. It's more
Yeah,
physical than it ought to be. You know what I mean?
which I actually love because I miss that be always being a part of the game.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's fun, exciting. It makes it like challenging, and you want to see the drama. You want all that intensity. You want to see the fire, dude. People are throwing things around. I was watching the Suns game the other day. That one was intense as fuck. God, bro, they get so crazy. They get me on my feet. But like the Memphis is, they're very, very, very physical. And I think the
So
Lakers are playing good.
who do you think comes out of that series?
Oh, dude, it's so hard. So, right now I'm gonna
Tied
say
1-1 right now.
I think the Lakers are gonna take it. So they got to go back to LA right now, which playing in LA is always tough. And then the thing about LeBron, don't talk shit about him until the series is over because he has X amount of games to fuck you up, and he now it has reason
That's why
to
I'm hoping
fuck you
that
up.
he drops 40 on him.
I hope he drops 40. I hope he comes out and just takes control of the game from the get-go. And that's a total LeBron move to do. Because he didn't even play bad that last game. But yeah, so I think the Lakers can still take it. LeBron still shot for 28 points. He was 12 for 23, so he hit 50 basically. 12 rebounds, 3 assists. He literally was their best. He was first in points on Lakers. The Lakers didn't show out in the end. Like D'Angelo Russell only had 5 points. He went 2 for 11. Like they didn't look hot. They looked okay in the beginning and then just went boom, downward spiral.
They're playing tonight though, right? Or is
Ooh,
it
that's
tomorrow?
a good question. I think it's tomorrow night because they played last night. Tonight we have a couple of East teams, which we have the Nets and the Nets and the 76ers playing right now. Then we have the Kings and Warriors, and we have a Sun and Clipper game. Ooh. So speaking of tough games, that Suns and Clippers ones, they're exciting too. People are getting hyped right now. Kawhi's out this week. He's a little bitch, bro. He's
He
always
is a little
injured.
bit.
Why is
And
he
Paul
always
George,
injured?
I like Paul George a lot, but he's also always out. And so what? Now it's just going to be all on Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's crazy though. Like the Clippers always have these really good teams and solid teams, but every time it gets to playoffs, they just get riddled with injuries.
Yeah, they never show up.
No. Well, even back in their Blake Griffin days, they had Blake Griffin, CP3, and I forgot so Jamal Crawford, someone else. Man, they had
Lob City.
Lob City. Oh, what's his
They also
fucking
had Boogie, I
DeAndre
think.
Jordan.
Oh, you're no, you're right. It was DeAndre
Yeah,
Jordan. Yeah,
because they had the two big boys.
yeah.
Just like that's why it's Lob City. Um, but yeah, dude, those Suns and Clippers game, though, that one's a tough one too. But if Kawhi's out, I think the Suns will end up taking these series.
Yeah, I think the Suns will win that series too.
But this is interesting because they're gonna have to change the stadiums out so quickly because the Clippers are playing at home now, and so are the Lakers. And they switch off nights, they're alternatives. So you have to constantly be changing the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean the crew at the Staples Arena, Staples Center, yeah, they're gonna be working every day, just switching out the center and the perimeter.
Think about like concerts and things that have to change or move.
It's down. They have it down to such a science. I bet you they can put that floor together and change it so fucking fast.
That's so crazy. That's why the Clippers needed their own stadium. That dude's having so much fun. I like the owner for the Clippers. I think he's funny as
Yeah,
fuck.
he is. He is entertaining. When
What's his
when is
name?
that going to be done next year? Are they going to be in it
Oh,
next season?
maybe it'll be like 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah, because they just like I think they just installed toilet or something. I don't fucking know. Remember
But
he
they
was all
installed a shit ton of toilets.
yeah, good, the most in the NBA.
Yeah.
But I don't know when it'll be done. That was interesting. No, but who do you think is going to take out that series?
Between Suns and Clippers,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I do think it'll be the Suns. But I think it's going to be like a 6 or 7 game series.
And Denver's just whooping the fuck out of Minnesota. Are we surprised?
A
No.
little bit actually.
What?
I'm only a little bit surprised because Denver in the past few years has not brought it in the playoffs. But now they look locked and loaded. They look serious. I do think they're going to get past the second round this year.
Understood.
They're going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
Because
For
actually,
sure.
looking back because I was like, have they ever made it out? But they have made it out of the first round. They just blow
It's
it.
the second round that I think that has been uh
Yes.
their point they can't get past.
The closest they've been was against the Lakers in the 2020. They played the Lakers and the Lakers beat them 4-1 in the
So that
bubble.
would have been the bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bubble. The year after that, they lost to Phoenix 4-0. They got whooped by Phoenix.
Oh
That's the year.
yeah, they got destroyed.
And then last year they lost to Golden State 4-1 in the first round. And that's when he punched. I forgot who he punched. He punched somebody then. Him and Draymond were probably getting at it.
Probably.
But yeah, I think Denver wins the series, no brainer, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then we go to the least favorite side of the bracket, the one we all love, except well, you love and
I
everybody else
do.
about. And it's honestly probably the most competitive. Kind of injuries have riddled this one. So like Milwaukee and Miami, Giannis
Yeah.
hurt game one, can't play. Are you
That
surprised,
was
man?
weird.
Weird. Are you surprised
Yep.
that Then game two, Tyler Hero. I don't know if he broke his hand in the first game or the second game, but I know he broke his hand. How shitty is that?
And I know we already got done touching on the West, but it sounds like Morant
Oh,
has not fractured his hand. But that was ugly. That dude needs to just stop trying to be a human highlight reel.
oh my God, bro. His way he landed, his whole hand was like,
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
oh yeah, I bet it hurts. I bet it hurts so bad.
So Tyler Hero was confirmed to have broken his hand.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, he's not. He's out.
Damn.
He's out. Yeah.
So
So
he'd
that
have
one,
probably done.
but I think Giannis is back,
Yeah, Giannis to sound like it wasn't that bad. He was like a game time decision.
and that's who they played last. They played last night, right? Yeah, they did. They won last night, 130. Yeah, he was back. Oh, Giannis, no, he was not back, dude. He was out too.
Oh, he didn't come back,
Nope.
but they still won
Still won, man.
by from who? Chris Middleton tearing it up.
Fucking the whole team, bro. Drew Holiday, Brock Lopez. Oh God, Brock Lopez. He's always clutch. I don't know. Every time I see him in the playoffs, he's clutch as fuck.
That's a scary team to look out for then if they're still tearing it up without Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the Celtics um take it out of the East, but it's gonna come down to those two.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I forgot they have Joe Ingles. They have such a bad I think so too, for sure. At least going in the East. I mean, I think them losing the first game against Miami was just not it was surprising.
Did
But
you
I think they'll finish
see the 76ers get their shit together after getting ripped apart from Doc Rivers?
no, but I bet they yelled at them. Yeah, and
Yeah,
they lost
game
one.
2, they had like a whatever first half, and they immediately went out in the second half and didn't execute the play that Doc had drawn up to like start the half. So he immediately calls a timeout, rips them apart on the sideline, and then they play lights out the rest of the game, come back and win.
Well, dude, 96-84. What a low scoring game. You know, it's defensive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just went 121 and 101 the other game. That's crazy. No, but I
Who do
bet
you,
they should, man. Who do I want that? I'd rather Brooklyn win because I don't like Joel Embiid. He's one of those Brooks. He's better than Brooks. He's obviously can earn
yeah,
his talking. But like tonight he just got ejected because he
of
kicked
course.
somebody. He kicked
Yeah.
somebody.
I'm not a big fan of him either. He's actually grown on me a little bit over
You
the years, but like a couple years ago, I couldn't stand him.
why?
He's kind of funny. He's kind of funny.
He's kind of not funny. Fucking I think he's such a dick. He
He
literally is.
is.
He's an
I
asshole.
really hated him back when we had Blake Griffin on the Pistons because him and Blake Griffin were beefing hard. And so obviously I'm gonna
Uh,
take the corner of Blake.
yeah, he got a fragrant one foul for kicking the Nets. His name's Clayton for the Nets. But yeah, and they're losing right
Jeez.
now, BT Dubs. So
They're losing to
they're
the
kind
Nets.
of no, it's 83-81. It's gonna be a close game. Who knows? That's gonna
How
come down to the wire.
funny, how funny is it that the Nets are performing well in the playoffs and Kyrie is sitting his ass at home?
I mean, they're not playing well. They're playing good, but they're not. I
What do you
mean,
mean? They took a
they're
game.
2-0. No, they haven't took a game. It's 2-0. Philly leads.
Oh, you're right. It is 2-0.
I was like, what are you
Okay,
talking
well, they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs.
Kyrie's
That's more than
not
what Kyrie
there.
can say.
Yeah. The one that got me was Cleveland, New York. I didn't see New York taking that game one, and they came out and did. But that last game, they got rocked, bro. I ended up watching it, and it was Cleveland looked lights out, dude. They have so many good big men between Mobley and Allen that they dominate the paint. You could just tell that's really what they were taking care of. And then they still have Garland and Spider on the outside, so they're pretty like they're a good
So you
team.
think that's going to be the only game that the Knicks win?
I don't know. They're going to go to the Garden, and the thing
Yeah.
about watching that game, it was super physical too. It wasn't like easy. There was no easy buckets.
Their
No,
fans are so funny. After they won that game one, a bunch of them were out on the street celebrating and chanting Nixon 3.
I'm fucking dead. Of course, everybody gets so excited. That's why they end up sucking because they all get so
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah, like oh, we're the best. That's what Cowboys fans do. Oh, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, and then we lose.
The Knicks are like their fan base is either super miserable, but then if they have anything to be positive about, you act like they're about to have a parade.
Yeah, dude, 100%. One game, they're like, oh my god, we're gonna win everything. No, motherfucker, you're not.
No.
No, good luck. And then the only other one is Boston, Atlanta. That one's been really quiet, but I think Boston's just taking it to them each game. Yeah, 112 to
Boston is pretty savage. You see them chanting overrated at Trey Young?
no. I love it though.
Yeah.
Boston
Savage.
people
I
are
don't
mean.
think he's going to be on the Hawks for very long.
The team is that team is small. That's why I don't think they do good. They have such
Mhm.
a small team. Like they don't have big people. Their biggest big man is their center, but I can't remember the hell his name. But he's not even like I don't think he's that big for being a center. What the fuck's his name?
Is it Collins or
Oh,
do they not have
Capella.
him anymore? Oh, Capella.
Capella. He's 6'10", but I mean he's the biggest guy. Arguably the biggest guy I see on their when they're playing on the court. Like he's not huge, but
Everyone else looks tiny.
yeah, everybody else looks like
Well,
tiny.
Trey is
Compared to
super
like
tiny, but
you're fucking playing Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, and they're not even. They're one's a well, I think one's a who's the power forward?
I think
Is
that's
Jason Tatum a
Jalen.
small forward or Jalen is a power small?
I think Jason's the small.
We need
McJam, give us a 420 update.
yeah, we need help. We don't know much about basketball, but we really like watching it. Jalen Brown's a shooting guard actually, and Jason Tatum's a small forward. But they have a fuck ton of power forward. I mean, their power forward, I think, is well, they have Blake Griffin, but I know Gallinari. I forgot about Gallinari. They have weapons, bro. They're all over the place. Yeah, that team's gonna be hard to beat. If I think any team makes it out of the East, I think it's them. I think they could win it this year.
For sure. I think they will. I think they will win it.
And the injuries are just plaguing the West right now. I mean, almost every team except Denver. Oh no, Phoenix is good now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but who knows? Like KD could go down at any time.
Oh yeah.
If
He's
I'm a
like
Suns fan, I am like just nervous anytime KD does anything.
dead. He's so tiny, bro. His ankles are like this big.
Yeah,
Shit you not.
he's toothpicks put together.
God, but he's so damn tall. He literally all he has to do is like jump a little bit, and then no one can be in his face. He's just so
He
damn
looks
tall.
like anytime he's coming down from a jumper, his legs are gonna snap.
Oh, 100%. 110%. Oh my gosh. Well, I think it's been really fun to watch so far. And well, I don't know about you, but I'm into all this playoff stuff and I'm writing this hockey playoff right now. I watched a couple games too the other day on Tuesday. I had just the night off and I was just chilling watching games. I watched the Kraken get their first W playoff win in Colorado against the defending champs and whooped them 3-1, baby. That was like a
I
really
love
cool.
that because I hate the Avalanche.
I thought that was so, but it was so fun, man. They looked good. They looked hot. From what they were just saying, I don't know shit about hockey. That they just did what they should have done to be able to win the game. It was like shut down their main players because I heard they have like really good scores
Oh
on the
yeah,
average.
Avalanche is really good.
And so just took them out of the play and we're able to get a W. And I know they're playing tonight, so we're crossing our fingers for another win. But
Do you see Homie on the Jets?
oh,
Oh,
it
took a
was a
skate
75
to the
stitches?
75 stitches.
Okay, did you watch the thing?
Which thing?
Like what he did, how he did it?
The clip of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of thought, dude, why are you going head first into some goalie skates? But
because hockey players are fucking gnarly.
bro,
People do not give hockey the respect it deserves.
Oh no, they're crazy. Me and Cypress were talking about it. I think hockey, you technically have to be one of the most athletic because you have to be
Oh,
able to have really good
100%.
balance. You have to be quick, hard. You got hit, fucking skills. Like there's endurance, everything. Like there are so many things that have to make you a good hockey player.
Yeah. It is by far, I think, the most physical of all the like the major sports.
Oh, especially the fact that they allowed him to fly.
Yeah.
They have no face protect. I don't know how many motherfuckers I saw take puck to the face
Oh
in
yeah.
the games I was watching. It was crazy.
And nowadays you see a lot more of them wearing like the visors and different things, but like back in the day, they didn't wear shit. In fact, one of the biggest legends to
Were you
the red.
watching it,
Oh,
McJam?
did I think McJam just saw the clip?
Yeah. I told you
The
it's
one of the
bad, isn't it?
biggest legends for the Red Wings, Gordie Howe. He played professional hockey for in 4 different decades, and back when he started, his ass didn't even wear a helmet, completely open. Like hockey is unreal.
No, dude, heck no. Yeah, you see him just dive head first into that skate.
Ugh, I could
Gnarly.
only watch it once.
It's so gross. I don't like that shit. Medical things don't get me. But besides that, I mean, it's been pretty competitive so far. Some teams that we're not so surprised about, but other ones I thought were surprising. Well, for ones I watched, I'm just gonna say the ones I watched. The Jets beat Golden Knight.
Yep.
And I know the Jets had to win out to even make it into the playoffs, from what it sounds like. And then they got fucked by the Knights at home, 5-1. Lights out.
What I not necessarily surprised about, but I'm intrigued about is how well the Panthers are playing the Celtics, fucking idiot. The Bruins.
You're in Boston.
Same city,
Yeah, same city.
same arena.
They won today, six to
Yep.
three.
Yeah,
That's
destroyed them.
crazy. Heck yeah. And that was at home, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in Boston.
Ooh, okay. Are they
So now
actually
they're going, what?
is Florida actually a good team?
They are a good team, actually. In recent years, they've become a pretty good team. They do have a legitimate chance to beat the Bruins.
They do.
Um, but if they don't, I don't see anyone beating the Bruins.
It's wild. I know the Wild snuck out on the Stars, but the Stars came back today and whooped their ass too.
The Stars
Uh,
is another team who's in recent years really come on the scene again.
did you see the Maple Leafs get fucked the first game and then they fucked them today? Like the back and forth. They're just dramatic. They're just dramatic games.
That seems to happen a lot in playoff hockey. They're either really tight games or it's a back and forth of getting your ass kicked.
Because I think about last year, there's one I think I can't remember. It's like 9 to 12 goals, not 12 to 9 goals. I can't remember, but it was
Mm-hmm.
so many goals. It's like Jesus Christ. Well, I don't really know much about playoff hockey and what's to be expected or what we're looking at, but I mean, who do you think is riding it out? Do you see some surprises? Do you think some teams will take some wins here that they originally couldn't have? Like, what's your thoughts? You would know more than I would.
I really could see the Panthers pulling off what a lot of people would call an upset over the Bruins. Other than that, I think it's going to, I don't know, hockey can be so unpredictable. Teams can get so hot, like the Winnipeg Jets. The fact that they got so hot just to make it into the playoffs is a huge like positive for them because they were technically playing playoff hockey before the playoffs.
Yeah.
They've been in that mode already, and they're playing hot. So they could surprise you. They could knock out the Golden Knights. Your Kraken could surprise you, take out the defending champions, or they could get destroyed the rest of the series. That's kind of like what's cool about hockey is
Yeah.
it really is all about how hot your team is and the crowd. Like the home rink advantage is actually huge in hockey because the atmosphere can be so overwhelming and over the top for the visiting team that it fuels the home team. So you could just see a lot of series go 7 games simply because of that home rink advantage.
That's crazy. That's one thing I do like about hockey, man, is they get into it. The whole
Yes.
stadium. They're into it from start to finish. Well, except you're a Coyotes fan, you just go there and some other team.
Yeah, if you're a Coyotes fan, you go there and think you're at the fucking other team's rink. It's insane. They probably won't be here for much longer.
That's so sad.
It is because for a while they were
good.
They were good. They would make they made the playoffs every year. They lost to the Red Wings every single year in the playoffs during that stretch, but they were making it every single year. And they actually at that time had a pretty good crowd showing up for them.
Nice.
That's fallen off.
Well, I hope that the Kraken can pull this off because that was so fun. And it was just even cool. Like one thing I like about being a Kraken fan, because one, I didn't really care about hockey, Coyotes, whatnot. So it's cool to be a part of a team that's newer, it's fresh, and they're seeing like these are like first times ever. Like to watch their first playoff win was just kind of dope. When you can say, oh yeah, we watched the first win, we watched this, So when later down the year and you're still a Kraken fan, you just have all these memories when they started.
Right. No, that is really cool.
Kind of nice. Like, do you know about Detroit when they first started? Did you watch their game?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
I wasn't born.
Fuck no.
No, hell no.
I'm dead. I don't know if you ever used to get these, but I remember like for Christmas, my dad would get me like old sets of like cowboy movies. So there was like a 5 like DVD set about different eras of the Cowboys. And I used
that's dope.
It was so dope. I always had a good time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely grew up watching like documentaries and different things on the evolution of hockey and the Red Wings and the NHL and Zamboni. So I was obsessed with Zambonis as a kid.
Oh, I could see that.
Obsessed. I loved going to the games or to like open rink to skate. And my favorite part was just watching the fucking Zamboni do its thing. I can't explain it. And so I legit one time watched a full documentary on like how they used to do the ice before Zambonis and then the creation of Zambonis. And then I looked up because I want to know how much it would cost to buy my own Zamboni. It's over 100K.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Now it's probably even more with like inflation and shit, where it's probably over 200K. At the time, it was 100K.
Yeah, they just have such an uptake in Zamboni purchases. Insane. Yeah. I'm so dead. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So, what's funny is I don't know if you've ever seen this, but outside of ice rinks, even in the middle of summer, there'll be a pile of snow. And it's from being done. It's like from the rink, and it's the Zamboni dumping it after it does its thing. But as a kid, you're just like, yeah, let's go fucking play in the snow. And the thing about that pile of snow outside of ice rinks is it is filled with paint from the rink. So you go and you play in that pile of snow, and your clothes and everything, your blue, red, all that shit from the rink is now all over you.
Jam, you can almost second me on this. I've never seen that in my entire life.
Never.
Maybe it's because it's Arizona and the shit just dried like that. I don't fucking know.
It's true. In Arizona, if you did that outside the ice rink, it's probably melted in 20 minutes.
Yeah. I had looking at you like, what are you even, what? That you must have had a personal experience with this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had soccer practice right outside of an ice rink. So
you watched them do it and then you went and played.
I would watch them do it and then I'd go, well, I went and played in it once. I learned quickly.
Oh my gosh, I bet your mom was so happy she had to buy you new clothes.
You don't know my mother at all if you think she was happy.
Oh, I bet. Oh, well, talking about all, watching these videos and throwing back to teams that we love, let's just get into the sport that we love the most. And the little bit of football that we got going on. A little quiet, but we're holding on to every grip of it, I think. Which one?
I'm on the edge of my seat every day waiting for some exciting shit to go down in the NFL. And it's not happening.
Well, I mean, it's all talk right now. What's going to happen after the draft? Things are going to get a lot more interesting. When is the draft?
Next Thursday.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, I'm pumped.
You are?
Yeah, because I think that's finally when shit's going to start happening. Now, obviously, yes, they're drafting the college players, but I think that's when we finally get an Aaron Rodgers deal. Maybe Lamar finally, probably not on Lamar.
Yeah,
but we may get an Aaron Rodgers deal.
We just got to basically see if Lamar's going to play or not in the story.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that they got OBJ, I feel like he will play. What are you really going to turn down 32 million guaranteed
Yeah, he's that's not going to
to
stay.
play a game that you love, and now they're getting you a weapon? Yeah, you might be pissed at them because they're not giving you the long-term deal, and you are still taking a risk going out there in case you get a serious injury, but I'd do it.
Okay. Hey, to each their own, man.
True.
Yeah,
Lamar's
but
his own man. I'm not going to tell him what to do.
he's his own
I
man.
will tell him
Nobody tells him
once again, get a fucking agent because you're
why.
not good at this.
That's the only thing
At
he'll tell
least
him.
you're not good at the PR part of it.
No, well, I mean, he's not really the PR kind of guy. He's like he reminds me of like Marshawn Lynch, just a little hood, but like when they talk, you're
Yeah, but
like,
he's friendly to the reporters.
oh yeah,
He'll talk to them.
just can't understand a fucking lick that he says.
He's just funny.
He sounds like he's from South Florida.
He sounds like he didn't attend a single fucking class when he was at Louisville.
But he's probably pretty smart. Who knows? Love you, Lamar.
He's got to be smart to be a NFL starting quarterback. You have to have a certain level of intelligence to be able to take in all that information, all that strategy, all that game planning, all that knowledge on the other team, and be able to make microsecond decisions.
Crazy, isn't it? What else is going on? I actually totally forgot everything we talked about before we jumped on.
So that's understandable.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
The thing that was most interesting today was the fact that that little bitch, Matt Patricia, just got hired on as a defensive assistant with the Philadelphia Eagles, which is strange to me. I would have thought that he would, like, Bill loves him so much, he would have found a place for him on his own defense. Clearly not. And so it'll be interesting to see how that defense meshes with little Matty, because Darius Slay has torched him several times since leaving his tutelage. Yeah, big word, Alex. Shout out.
I hear you say it. Damn it. That was so good too. He would try to repeat it right now. Damn.
He would try and repeat it.
You said tutelage?
Tutelage.
Oh my God. Define tutelage. Let's get some education.
Well, now you're asking me some trickier
No, it's okay.
questions
McJam
on
can do that.
today.
You just keep calling
No,
yourself
I can answer it. I'm
No,
not
it's
going to
okay.
sound as intelligent as the official definition, but essentially, under his leadership, under his teachings, his guidance, yeah, shit like that.
Oh my God. Okay, Chris. Yeah,
McJam giving me the thumbs up.
Must be impressed too. Oh my gosh. Well, that is interesting because we've heard countless stories, I think, on this podcast about the love you have between Matt Patricia and the Lions and what he did with Darius Slay and ruined your team for a couple of years. Just like every other coach has done during your time of being a Lions fan.
I wouldn't be as bitter because obviously the Lions suck. I wouldn't be as bitter if he didn't take over an actually good Lions team.
It sounds like he's just trying to chase Super Bowls. Maybe he thinks he can get another Super Bowl because he's not.
I mean, I can't blame him there. Like, the Eagles are a smart place to go if you're trying to chase a Super Bowl right now.
Worse.
Well, yeah, their defense did lose some key
And you're doing
pieces.
all this too. Oopsie, you're making some bad decisions, and that's good for me. So thank you. Continue making your bad decisions, please.
Yeah, but that's still a high-powered offense you got to deal with.
Yeah, that's okay. We got a high-powered defense now too, baby. We do have one of the better defenses, and that's the one thing that I can say about the Cowboys is not been our defense has been not the problem.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's 100% our offense. So, come little birdies. Let's show you how we can shoot them down Texas, baby. Like to fuck them up. I hate the Eagles. I fucking hate the Eagles. But Jalen Hurts got his money, and I can
He
always
did get his
that.
money.
It sucks that you have to play him like that now, but you know what? I have so much respect for the man that the only reason I even kind of like the Eagles is because of him. If he wasn't on that team, I don't think I would like them
at all.
More. But I do like him. He's just, man, I'm into those Cinderella stories and those little like triumph.
So it is so funny, and I respect you for saying that, but it is so funny after the news came out how many haters were talking shit about his contract and being overpaid and that he sucks. And then when I go and click on them to see, okay, who's your alliance? It's, oh, of course, you're a New York Giants fan. Of course, you're going to say that about him.
Oh, 100%. Well,
But like, if you don't have a dog in that division, like, how can you not like Jalen Hurts?
dude, yeah. It's just dumbfounded. But yeah, of course you're gonna do it. But people who even do that, they're New York people, motherfucker. You know those guys are
True.
different. They're mean. They don't care. They just like one thing and you're anything in New York.
They're fucking satisfied with Danny Dimes, and they're over there talking shit about Jalen Hurts.
And they can't even get their running back to sign his contract,
Nope.
which is another crazy thing.
I think
Oops.
they may have fucked up that one.
Well, it changes everything. But you know what? You can draft a running back, dude. You can
You
get a
can.
young stud in, and it just changes nothing.
But what are the odds that that young stud is going to be at the talent level of Saquon Barkley? Like, if you look at the Giants last year, they had an amazing season, mostly because no one expected them to be anything.
Danny Dimes is how they got.
And
It.
it's all on Barkley.
No,
Like,
no.
take Barkley out of that scenario. You think Danny Dimes has that season?
No, I think he does something similar, but I don't think he has that exact season. I think Shaquan definitely plays a role into it, but I wouldn't say you can't put someone else that's good still in that role and they wouldn't be had somewhat success. They would still have been more successful than what I thought we had imagined them because Danny Dime played lights out. He not only passed, he ran, he won them a couple good games. Like I mean, I'm not a hater of Dan. I didn't I thought he was overrated for last couple years, not gonna lie to you. But he really impressed me with his play last season. And I would say still like Saquon definitely probably had a part in it, but not more. I don't know. I think he'd probably still do something with somebody else. Like if you get a John Robinson, if you just get like go out and get like a I don't know, fucking you can get Zeke, I guess, and try, but who knows? That'd be
It's
interesting.
kind of weird that no one signed Zeke.
I'm not
You think they're
surprised.
waiting for the draft
Yeah,
and then
100%.
see how that kind of plays out, and then they'll
Yeah.
sign him?
Yeah. And he's not gonna go as a number one. Like no one's gonna sign him as a number one. Or if anybody signs him
No.
as number one, I'll be hella. I'm like
They
shocked.
might sign him as an offensive lineman, considering his last play with the Cowboys.
I'm fucking dead. I could see him going a couple places. One, if Austin Eckler really wants out of LA and LA needs somebody, he
Right?
could I could see him being like a good backup role in New York, like truthfully. But I think in Cincinnati he's talked about going. But those were play like
That'd be
this is the funny
scary.
part. Remember, everybody said, "Oh, where's he going?" He had these pick. I'm picking these places, but there's been nothing
Oh
since.
yeah.
Why?
That is weird. And after he did that, there was also rumors of like a reunion with the Cowboys. And then that has not happened.
Don't bring him back. Don't bring him back. It's cool for Dak, but like Dak, yeah, doesn't need him.
You already ripped that band-aid off, so it's like you're mentally
Fucking
like
him.
past
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, no, honestly, dude, I thought it was great that we got rid of him. I told you guys it was good. Like I wanted him to have a better season. I like Zeke. I appreciate Zeke for the time he was with the Cowboys. And then he had a lot of success in those early years and just trouble and injuries and just not he just I think as soon as he got paid, he gave less a shit.
Yeah.
Simple as that, right? So thank you for your time. I'm ready to move on. And you already ripped the band off of Dak. Dak probably cried his eyes out when he realized that was happening because they're like BFFs. Came in the other same year. They went that 13-3 run together. It was like the 2-1-4 because 21-4. That's the Dallas area code if you didn't know that too. So that's why it's
Special.
special. Yeah. And now it's just four.
I think he'll find some friendship with Tony Pollard.
But dude, Tony Pollard's
And possibly Bijan Robinson.
damn.
Cowboys are one of the teams that are rumored to be after him.
Oh, I could see that. I would agree with it. We don't really the greatest thing ever has happened to me. We don't really need anything. Maybe a couple more linemen to like help beef us just in case of injuries.
You
But
guys are just looking for depth.
yeah, but we look hot, bro. I'm so stoked to be a Cowboys fan. I can't wait for this season. I hope it's as good. I'm on my high train right now, but wait till we lose a couple games and then I'll be back down. But I think we've just been able to keep a lot of players, do a lot of good things. So I'm so excited, man. But we were talking a lot about we got kind of off track, I think, when we were talking about Jalen Hurts. I had such a great reference about his the guy who took over his spot, Tua, considering almost leaving and not even getting the bag like Jalen did. Think about these two players, both played for the same team, came out the same year into the draft. Tua was already always better than Jalen Hurts in everybody else's eyes. Yet Jalen just got paid, and Tua almost considered retirement after he died 3 times on the field last year.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of knew that Tua coming out of college would struggle with injuries because
Really?
he had multiple injuries at Bama. Um, Shoulder injuries and I think a back injury. Like, so it's just like, man, I can't imagine that it's going to be easier on the body come NFL time. So I
Yeah,
was always kind of worried about him, but I don't think at the time of the draft I would have been confident in saying that Jalen Hurts would by far have the more successful career thus far.
crazy.
Um, but you gotta love to see it. I'm glad Tua is sticking around because I kind of want to see what they're like this year now.
Yeah, what he said made so much sense. It was sad, kind of a little bit. I felt sorry
Yeah,
for him because like
totally.
that sucks, dude. Like he's like I would be so disappointed if I didn't give him my all and I'm not ready to do it. Yeah, dude, 100%.
I just hope, nothing drastic happens to him.
Something already drastic happened.
Well, exactly.
That's
And he's
which
got fucking
part's so
kids.
sad. They just the way we think about concussions nowadays is just scary, and to think like he not had one, he had 3 of them in one season. Like just seeing how people react after like brain
And that
injuries.
last one took forever for him to finally get cleared.
Yeah. I think I would say the only thing that probably helps him a lot through it is his like faith, because we both know he's pretty like a faithful person. But like I look at like other people I've met that had brain injuries and how what they were before and who they are now is just crazy to see. Like
Oh, it can change you. It can
they're
make
not
you a
the
completely
same.
different person.
Crazy. And having that was dramatic. He was dead on the field. Like they're gonna get his ass an ambulance and get him off the field. So it's just crazy.
Yeah. So the only thing that would make me happy if he did retire would be that if Tom Brady would pull a switcheroo and come back to Miami.
Shut up. No, man. Don't get him
Otherwise,
back.
I want to see what Tua does this year under a second year under Mike McDonald and those weapons. Like, I think the Dolphins might win that division if everyone's healthy.
Yeah, I think because the Buffalo Bills are going to take a step back. Truthfully, that's
Yeah,
I mean, personally what I think. Interesting, interesting. It'll be really. I would love to see what Miami does.
interesting.
Interesting, interesting. What I was going to say. Yes, because I was trying to think about what the next thing is.
Well, the
Because
other thing that's interesting is the possibility that Trey Lance will be on the move as
uh,
the 49ers are receiving calls about him. One of the things I've seen the most is the Minnesota Vikings. So I don't know if
I love it. Get rid of
they know
Kirk.
they're about to move on from Kirk after this year, or maybe this year, or if they're just looking for a strong backup for Kirk.
I would hope they're eventually planning to get rid of him. Like in a
That would be
sense,
the smarter move.
right? Like, how many years does he have left to his contract? Bring him in, have him play. If he starts playing like shit, throw Trey Lance in.
I think he re-signed last year, but
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know the terms of the contract,
Jen, can you
how
look
how
that
many
up for us?
voidable years. But I know they gave him a contract extension recently.
He got a contract extension in 2021 until
21.
2023. So
Oh,
Oh,
he's
okay.
ooh, it
So
makes
they
even
could
more
they could
sense.
be moving on from him now, or last year let Trey Lance learn under him this year, and then it's his team.
I like that actually.
I don't.
Why?
It's my division.
Oh,
What if Trey
suck it up.
Lance, who I've talked a lot of shit about on here,
Suck it up, Buttercup. You better win a couple
turns
of
out
these.
to be a stud?
Well, I hope your team is better than what he is. Just because he was
Yeah.
a stud doesn't mean he's going to win games. Look at Lamar.
They got Justin Jefferson though. That
And
dude
you
is
have
scary.
Ron St. Brown.
Yeah. And
Don't
Jamison
compare the two.
Williams.
Don't compare the two. You can't even compare them. Justin Jefferson's like 2 of your receivers put together.
We'll see. I'm
100%.
telling
But
you, Jamison Williams, calling it right now. Tyreek Hill 2.0.
Okay. I'm waiting. I can't wait. I waited all
I
years.
can't show you until next year.
You only have talked about him for over a year, and I've seen him play like 2 games. I'm dead.
I can't help that his
I
ACL was
know.
torn.
I know. But I think ultimately, if I'm a Vikings fan, that's a dope move. I would
Yeah,
love.
yeah. If I'm a Vikings fan, I'd do anything but Kirk Cousins.
Well, speaking on the move, um, Oakland, bye bye. No more Oakland sport teams after probably the next 2 years because the Oakland A's are looking to leave and go to Vegas too and follow the Raiders. And they're looking at building one on the strip, which is dope. Honestly, this is so sick. I love it. I think
What, sports in Vegas?
both sports in Vegas and teams getting out of Oakland. What's in
You
Oakland?
hate Oakland, huh?
I know I don't hate Oakland, but like it's been they're the one of the teams like I feel like the Chargers used to be like this. They don't give a fuck about you. They wouldn't even get you your own field. You had to play on the baseball field. And then your baseball team wasn't even good. They like no respect for their team. They love the
True.
Raiders. They love, I think, I don't know if they love the A's, but I know they love the Raiders. But you still, all the love you have for the Raiders, and
They do
somehow
love the A's.
you couldn't get them their own field, or you couldn't have been more supportive to keep them in a city. That there was other opportunity outside in Vegas. Fuck yeah. If I'm going anywhere, Vegas seems dope. And if you're gonna revitalize a franchise, where do you want to be, Oakland or Vegas?
Vegas.
Yeah, it took you a
But
minute. You
if
barely said that. You
I'm just putting
hesitated.
myself, well, because I'm putting myself in the shoes of a
An
Bay
athlete.
Area Oakland person who grew up having these teams. Because that even at one point they had an NHL team a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Lost them, and
Rip.
then you got the Warriors who used to play at Oracle Arena, and now they're on the other side of the bay. And then now you had the Raiders leave for Vegas. Maybe that happened before the Warriors moved. That may have happened at the same time.
Yeah.
And then now you have like you're just losing everything. Like that
It seems
sucks.
no, they're just not supportive of it. Some like the Coyotes. Sucks that they're leaving Arizona probably, but like show some more
Right, but could you imagine Arizona losing the Coyotes and then the Suns and then the Cardinals and then the Diamondbacks? Like that wouldn't happen.
if you didn't have the support, like I could see the Dimebacks leaving, but like they will never take the Dimebacks because of how big Phoenix is. But like Dimebacks would be a team I could see not necessarily staying in Phoenix and moving somewhere, but like they wouldn't. They're more. They go more people go to a Dimebacks game than a fucking Oakland's game.
True. No,
Plus,
the A's don't have a.
plus Oakland is hood as fuck. Let's not lie. Like Oakland is hood.
There's
Okay.
nothing wrong with a team or a city being hood and having other sports
No,
teams.
there's nothing wrong with it, but it does cause people not to want to go to the games because they have to deal with things that they don't
True.
necessarily deal with.
You
Right?
gotta deal with shit at like go to a fucking Cardinals game. You're gonna be dealing with some pieces of shit.
Oh, you deal with some pieces of shit, but you're not in a bad area. It's a nice area, right? Like in Detroit, where are your stadiums at? Are they nice parts or ghetto parts?
Um, they're in nice. Well, they're in downtown, but they're around so much shit, like and whatnot.
Or
Like,
nice
there's not too
areas?
much that can go down right
Yeah,
there.
Oakland. Tell me the difference.
Fair.
Like you, like it's. I don't think it's not deserving, but like Vegas is not like that.
So I like Vegas getting sports teams ish. Like one, I'm worried if they get an NBA team.
Oh no, they are.
That's not going to be good.
Why?
There's going to be a lot of Henry Ruggs esque situations when you're dealing with really young people all of a sudden getting a shit ton of fame and a shit ton of money like super fast, and at the same time, like I'm not saying the same situation is going to keep playing out, but like similar really stupid fucking decisions are going to be made.
Yep. And there's two things you do with that. One, education. You hire somebody specifically and you have a specific class because you're in Vegas to help young people during those situations. Because it's 100% true. You have to educate them and tell them like hey, this is how we conduct. This is what's
Yeah,
appropriate. If you don't, because of where we're
and a lot
at,
of teams have that no matter what.
Oh,
But yeah,
100%.
they need to really drill it in
110%. Like, and have like specific coaches for those moments. I would
because
even do,
Vegas is too fun.
I would hire DDs. I'm dead
Yes.
ass serious. Like, hey, if you are out drinking and you desperately need a ride, call this person. They will personally come pick up your car and drive you home.
Well, that's what I don't fucking get. It's like all these
You're
guys are so fucking rich. Like, come on, have a
invest in
private driver.
and invest in them. Like if the team's invested in them and they did like a pickup, like it's a bigger, like not a like a minivan in a sense, like they let it get in,
Mhm.
get out. It's nicer. You're a fucking NFL team. You're an NBA team. Put the money
I
up.
don't know if they could get away with this, but it would be really funny if they could put in their contracts you're not allowed to buy or own a car here in Las Vegas.
Ooh, no, they couldn't do that. But
They
they
couldn't
could
do
have
that, but
other.
that'd
They
be
could put
funny.
other things in the contract that talk about that in
Yeah, for
order.
sure.
But think about
So
this.
you're saying they're putting the stadium for the A's right on the strip?
Not on the strip, but near the strip. They'll
Near it.
probably
Okay,
like
near it is fine. Like if you put it right next to the Oakland Stadium, or the sorry, the Raiders Stadium, that'd be cool. But like right on the strip, I think would be annoying.
they're gonna play in the same field.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh, could you imagine
That'd be
they
funny as fuck,
had a
wouldn't it?
repeat? Is their field turf?
I have no. I didn't go in
I
it. I
think it
saw
is
it.
turf. That'd be pretty funny. See baseball on turf again.
But yeah, so I think that's cool though. Think about it. Vegas will have almost all four sports teams by the end of 20, I would say 2027, 2030, like in between those
And
years.
they have a WNBA team.
Yeah, they'll have NHL, WNBA, basketball, baseball, football, all five.
It's pretty crazy.
That's crazy. And then all you have to do is have a soccer team.
Which I'm sure is not going to be far behind.
Oh no, Phoenix has one. They'll have one.
Actually, they might have one that
Can you check that, McJam? See if they have a
they
soccer.
might have one that's at the Phoenix level.
Hmm.
Because Phoenix is like a tier down from the MLS.
Okay.
Uh, and Vegas might actually have that.
There's the Las Vegas Lights,
Hmm.
Yep.
The lights. You dumb.
Makes
an
sense. A lot
American
of lights in the
professional
city.
rock league.
What's their logo? Is it dumb?
It's a light bulb.
It's like a fluorescent light, and it like says lights.
Oh,
And then
like the
WRC.
filament is designed to say light.
Can you
Lights.
share it to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
screen?
It's like neon lights though.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
cool.
that's cool. Interesting. It's lame.
They should have been called the dealers.
Ooh.
That's cooler.
Yeah, with like a cards and stuff.
We're gonna deal you an ass whooping.
Ooh, okay, Chris, let's do
See,
it.
I should totally be on the PR for this team.
Oh, 100%. Let's change it up to the lights because city lights.
Because,
Lame.
like, honestly, a team from New York could have that same name.
Yeah. Ooh.
Interesting. Well, good for Vegas. I think that's
Um,
cool.
Speaking of baseball, I will say I know none of this shit matters, so I'm not gonna go talk about any team. Baseball's baseball. There's some good teams right now, but give it 30 games. We'll see what happens. But the I've been to we've been to only one game, Cyprus. Only one game, but it was a lot
In
of
your
fun.
time living there?
No, living here, we've been to quite a bit of games. I would say like less than 10, but more than five
Okay. So you're saying just one game this season so far?
so far. And honestly, it was a lot of fun. It was super quick. The new pitch clock rules made it like really fast. And the fact like they even have I forgot what it's called, but like a pitch out basically where like the pitcher's thrown to first and get the guy that's off base. They're only
Mhm.
allowed a certain amount per inning, I think.
Right.
And so it
Because
literally
they don't want the pitcher just doing that over and over.
Yep, it's super quick. It's a lot more fun. It just it changed the whole thing. So when they were like strikeouts or like just pop flies, dude, the inning was over in like 10 minutes. Done.
I think that's better for baseball.
Oh, 100%. It kept. Oh, I think I went obviously with my girlfriend, and it was both like super fun and entertaining. We would agree, like it was just fast. Like there wasn't ever a slow moment. Like you couldn't just be looking down on your phone, being like stupid. Like they were just always doing something. Because in baseball, that's where you just chill. You're like, or like
Yeah.
chilling, vibing, relaxing, having a
Oh, are
beer.
they finally fucking doing something?
Yeah, exactly. No, they're like boom, like you get them out there, it starts going. It's like starts at 20 or 15, but like they literally have 20 seconds from the time the ball gets from the pitcher to the catcher, it touches their glove. It's like boom, time starts. So it's like
I like it.
I really was appreciative. But yeah, our Mariners aren't looking so hot, but it's okay.
Who'd they play when you went?
They played the Rockies, which they beat the Rockies, I think, in all games, but they just got manhandled by Milwaukee.
Damn.
Yeah, so
And the Tampa Bay Rays unfortunately only got to tie the MLB record for consecutive wins to start the season at 13-0.
nice. And they lost right after that. That was literally right after our next podcast.
Yes, right after.
That's crazy. 76ers just got a win, by the way, I was informed. So they actually beat the Nets, so they're now up 3-0. I think they take this one easy.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, guys, we made this quick, Chris. I didn't even bug you. I didn't make you mad. I told you I was, but I think we went smooth.
You can't today.
No, you're too chill. Your vibes.
It's a good chill day.
Oh,
I wish there was more going on.
Yeah.
I mean, the NBA has been exciting. The NHL has been exciting, but obviously we are a football first podcast here on the Three of Me Bros. So I mentioned for more drama, more off season
We're almost
topics.
there. We got like till Thursday. Once Thursday hits, it's gonna be crazy.
Yes. And I think the rumors next week, the bullshitting that all these teams will do next week will give us a lot to talk about.
I agree. Sorry.
All
I
right.
just
Well,
pulled up my Snapchat and they have an AI thing. They have an AI chat bot. What the
oh,
fuck?
so you got distracted.
Yeah, it's like because I just opened up and I had a message from my AI. I was like, what the fuck is AI? All this stuff's been scary, bro. Like
Yeah, I don't like it.
robots are gonna take over 100%. BT
Yeah, I'm
dubs.
not down with the AI, but that's a
Chatbot,
topic
like,
for another podcast and another day.
oh my God. It'll be what? No, I'm not accepting that. I don't want to talk to it. Would you guys talk to AI? Have you done Chat
No.
GP before?
I've done a little bit with some AI stuff, but I don't like it, and I'm definitely not going to be talking to it. It's like in that fucking
You talk
in
to
the second
Alexa.
Harry Potter, when he's writing in the journal and the journal's writing back. That's fucking AI. No, I don't. No, no thanks.
Oh man. I mean, I think there's some uses for it, but yeah, we don't have to talk about it. That's a whole nother topic. And you can find that on our AI chat podcast.
Yeah, we're not actually going to do it. We're just going to tell the AI to do it.
Yeah, 100%. And all AI chat with our voices. They've been getting scams like that. You hear that?
What do you mean?
Like there's scams where people are like receiving calls from an AI bot and it's supposed to sound like the human that called them. So like there's literally like a thing, like there was a girl and a boy that I watched videos on, but the guy was like, yes, my grandma literally received a call that I'd been in jail, and she said it literally sounded like my voice, and it was like it said like he needed $3,000 to get bailed.
Well, see, that's a kind of an older scam to run on old people. So that grandma may have just been stupid, or people like voices sound funny over the phone where she just thought it sounded like her grandson. But like that's an old scam to like run on old people. Like, hey, grandma, I'm locked up. Can you?
But a robot's doing it.
It is doing it.
Yeah, it's not sounding like a robot. It sounds like a human.
Well,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
old people are dumb, but they're not that dumb.
they're
These
pretty
ones have
dumb.
seen the internet. You've seen the rise and about to be the fall of the world, the internet. Old people, man, you gotta love them.
Well, thanks to thanks to the internet, we have this podcast, and we'll have it again next week. We'll see.
Hopefully, Alex will be back. We didn't even mention
better
about being gone. Yeah,
we didn't even talk shit about him. Actually,
no. Oh, here, can we take like 2 minutes and just talk shit
I
about
think we must.
It's like 100%. Well, we didn't talk about any. We don't hate the Browns today. Well, I know you still hate the Browns, but
I still hate the Browns. And actually, fuck Deshaun.
We didn't get a what else? Any Alexisms? You actually use big
No
words?
Alexisms. I use big words properly and pronounce them.
Big Jam, were we pretty solid on our like facts? I mean, we had pretty good facts, no mess ups, no fuck ups. That was smooth. Alexandre, if you listen to this podcast, we need to go back. I think me and Chris do this better.
Oh shit! Now you really are gonna get him worked
Yeah,
up.
just kidding. I'm just
He's
kidding.
gonna come back on this pod next week, fired up.
$5 says he doesn't even hear this.
You don't think he made it this far?
No, 100%.
You
I
think
would
he
bet
bought the whole
money.
"we'll see you next week, boys"?
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
Well,
it's
you see the
over.
little extra left, and you'll be like, you know what I'm saying? But I guarantee he doesn't listen to this podcast. He's too busy. Man's got like 2 jobs, a baby on the way.
It's true.
Sorry, we
Alex
had
has
to
been
delete
very
that out.
busy.
We had to delete that out. I don't think people are supposed to know he's having a baby. I don't know. He's weird about that shit. Remember? He didn't even want to tell everybody where he works.
I can understand that because
Yeah.
he's said some wild shit on here.
So do me a favor and just delete from that.
We'll
And we
see.
can end it
We'll
after
see.
that. I'm so dead.
Mm,
We could just blurt it out. Like
blurt out that
yeah.
Alex has a
blank on the way. He's got some doctor's visits along the way. Maybe for his knee. Who knows? I'm just kidding. Well,
probably his
guys,
other
quick
knee.
and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Boys, it was such a pleasure. Congratulations. Happy holidays. I hope you both are taking in the season's greetings and enjoying your night. Leafy green. And Chris, you look like you need something, man. You took a nap before this. I can't believe you slept.
Yes, I did take a nap.
This is the most awake I've seen you been on a podcast.
Well, it's because my little power nap. You know, I saw you guys texting when we were gonna start. I'm like, okay, I'll get my chair, get a little ready, pass the fuck out. Woke up to your phone call and realized it was way past the time that we said we were going to start. Not way past, but it was past the time. And but I think it helped me stay awake.
Well, boys,
Now I'm going
always
to bed.
really?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
It's 7 o'clock. You
I
old
know.
ass.
I'm actually probably gonna go for a run.
Yeah.
I we keep almost closing this out, but I had my first soccer game of the season this past
Oh,
Monday.
you
That's why I
played.
want to go for a run. I want to keep up my cardio throughout the week to be ready for game day. We lost.
Bad.
But it was bad for soccer, yeah.
What?
So like no 4 or 5-0, which is horrible for soccer. We
What
played
position were you? Were you the goalie?
no, well,
good.
our goalie actually did really well. He saved like a lot of really good shots, but he also had never ever played soccer before. So and I don't think we prepared him well in practice as far as like the rules and the different things. He still played way better than most people would for their very first game. No, I played defense, which I love. As a kid, I played more forward and I like that, but like as I got older, I fell more in love with the defensive side of the game because I just like knocking the fuck out of people.
Dude, I get that. I'm a
And so
very
that was my favorite part of this game is the physicality again and getting back into that. And we played a great first half. Well, a good first half. It was the back half of the second half where I think our team just got really tired and we kind of knew we
why
were
you
going to
need the
lose.
cardio.
So yeah. Oh, I didn't get tired. I said the team got tired.
Oh, okay.
And we just kind of fell apart.
Hey, that's what happens, man. You gotta get your team rally, man. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna show up next game ready to go. No, I think that was a great learning experience. Like half my team has never played soccer before.
That's cool.
So like the first game is obviously a huge learning experience for them. I think we're gonna be much better this week.
Well, I can't wait to get an update on Chris's soccer journey.
I'll send you guys a pretty funny video of me knocking heads with someone.
You butting heads with someone on the soccer field? I'm not.
Technically, this wasn't even my fault. The ball popped up. I went and jumped up for a header, and this motherfucker came up and charged at me for the same header, and we collided in the air. And so he got a call against him. I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose because a few minutes before I fucking destroyed his little buddy on the team and stood over him and didn't help him up. So I think it may have been a little bit of a receipt. But we'll see what happens this week. I don't think I'm going to be as much of a dickhead.
I know. Keep the physicality. I love it, man. I think there are not enough more physical people when you play pickup games or like games like that. Dude, this is just
right?
mano y mano, man. If you're afraid to come do it, then don't come play the game. It's pickup ball, dude. There ain't no rules here. Like
Like
obviously you have rules in a competitive league, but
we're all a bunch of failed athletes, you know. We didn't make it to the MLS or whatever sport you're playing at the professional level. So you go out there and you want to play like you are and take it way too seriously.
exactly. Oh shit. That's how I feel on the basketball court. I get it. I'm not even good.
You're a lot better than me on the basketball court.
Bro, I just hustle. That's it. I'm just a hustler. I'll go for every rebound. I'll jump in, play defense. I don't give a fuck. And someone comes up and try to dunk on me, I'm gonna dunk. I'm gonna jump with you. Don't expect just to get an easy bucket on me. I'm gonna make it hard.
Have you found many pickup games up there?
A couple. I mean, I'm doing better. I've really worked on my form and like kind of my
Nice.
shot and trying to get more of like what is my shot? Because I don't like, dude. Literally never played basketball competitively in any league sports. I barely even know the rules, but I think it's just so fun. I enjoy playing it. And so I wish I would have learned, but now I'm working on like my shot because I remember like when I used to play in high school with all my friends after like school and stuff like that, everybody would make probably fun of it. And there was like no consistency with it. And now I'm like more consistent. I got wet shots, boy. At 27,
Oh,
only took so long.
well, you heard it here, folks. Justin gets wet on the
Yes.
basketball court.
100% all over the court. It's really bad for the court, but it's good for me.
Yeah, the towel boy is probably fucking pissed.
Oh yeah, because I have a towel boy when I play basketball at LA Fitness. But I was doing hot the other night. I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting a lot better. I can beat obviously most of our friends. I think we beat, but Eric used to play with me a lot, and
Yeah,
obviously we have
Eric's good.
a podcast. But he taught me how to like really practice my shot. So I've been just doing his little drills.
Nice. We
I
gotta
know,
bring him back on soon.
I know, man. I
Probably
gotta.
after the draft, we'll pick his brain on the Cardinals.
Oh my God, they look like shit too. But that's a whole nother conversation. Hey, this should actually be the end because it only makes sense. Because
It
look at your
only
mic.
makes
All I
sense.
have is a glow of your red face. That's his only form of light left.
I can't turn the fucking light off on this either. It drives me crazy.
Why I like it.
Like I can't,
It looks like a
like for it to
lightsaber.
be on. It does look like a
It's like
lightsaber
a
with a
little
bunch of
chill
holes.
lightsaber.
Okay, we gotta fucking just say goodbye. Let's go, guys. See you next week.
All right, see you next week. I'm fucking dead.